Have you ever felt like someone was walking behind you, but when you looked, no one was there? That's how it started for me. It was just a normal Tuesday night. I had finished my night class at the community college around 9 p.m. I took the same shortcut I always did through the quiet public park near my apartment. It was quicker than walking around the street. I had done it 100 times before. I had my earbuds in, music low, and my pepper spray in my bag. I felt safe. But that night, I noticed something was different. I heard footsteps, not mine. They were behind me, steady, slow. I turned around fast. There was no one. Just shadows and trees. I shook it off and walked faster. The sound stopped. For a second, I felt silly. Maybe it was an echo. Maybe I was just tired. Then I saw him, about 30 feet back, walking the same path. A man in a black hoodie. His head was low, his hands in his pockets. I couldn't see his face. He wasn't running. He was walking, just enough to keep me in view. I felt my throat tighten. I pulled out my phone and called my roommate. I spoke loud, said, "I'm almost home. Open the door for me." Maybe he'd hear it and back off. He didn't. I started walking faster, so did he. I crossed the park and took a turn toward my apartment. He crossed too, same direction. Same pace. At this point, my heart was pounding. I was almost home. I ran up to the building, slammed the door behind me, and looked through the peephole. Empty street. No one there. I waited 10 minutes before checking again. Still no one. I went inside, trying to calm down. Maybe it was just a coincidence. Maybe he lived nearby. I was overreacting. Right? Wrong. At 2:43 a.m. I woke up to a tapping sound. Not inside, outside. I live on the ground floor. My bedroom window faces a small alley. The blinds were closed. I didn't want to look, but I had to. I peeked. He was there. That same black hoodie. Just standing. Not moving. Looking straight into my window. My blood froze. I ducked down. Called the police shaking. I whispered to them. Told them someone was watching me through the window. They arrived 10 minutes later. He was gone. Just footprints in the dirt. No face. No name. For days, I didn't sleep. I kept my lights on. My roommate and I put up cameras. Nothing happened for a week. I thought maybe he got scared off. But then we found something that changed everything. Behind our apartment in the bush, one of our outdoor cameras caught movement. A man crouched there. Same hoodie. Watching. He wasn't gone. He was waiting. We gave the footage to police. They said they'd patrol more often, but they couldn't do anything unless he broke in. That was the law. We moved out a month later. I still don't walk alone at night. I don't take shortcuts. And I never ignore the sound of footsteps behind me. Because sometimes they're real.